Welcome to the Morojit Podcast. My name is Christopher Audley, and this is Voice of the Underground. Like I promised you before, the Morojit Podcast, it's a ground for unraveling all of the biggest talent in the town, biggest talent in the African continent. That's how we roll. Basketball, hip-hop, sneakers, we urban like that. Remember that? Yeah. And today, I'm like a four-wheeler vehicle again. I got my mirror behind me. I'm so stable like that this time around. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host Comfort is in the building.
Moji's podcast, Voice of the Underground.
Yeah. Like I did say before, today, I got somebody that look like somebody that you think that you knew about somebody somewhere. Man, I got somebody that you that can shut down your whole world, man. I got Musa from the Johannesburg Basketball League in the building.
What's up, Christopher?
Yo, Mos, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good. It's an honor to have you here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Man, come on, man. When I shook your hand, I'm like, I want to jump up before I can hit your shoulder.
Everybody has to do that for some reason. I don't know why.
When I jump up, I never even catch your shoulder, man. How tall are you, man?
6'9" at the moment.
At the moment.
Yes.
So which means we're still hoping for more.
I guess so. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm hoping, but my jeans don't fit me anymore. None of my jeans fit me now.
Wow.
And they're still new.
Wow. No, man. Listen, man. A couple of people have been saying these things like, basketballers, the height and all of those things. I've never really we've encountered so many basketballers in the program, but we never really have someone so tall that when I want to hit his shoulder, instead of my shoulder, when I jump, instead of my shoulder catching up to your shoulder, it's my head that's catching up to you.
Even after you jump.
Even when I jump, it's my head that's catching up to your shoulder. Man, how did that happen, man?
I have no idea. I mean, my family is pretty tall.
Okay.
My cousins on my father's side of the family are all pretty tall. I've got a twin brother.
Okay.
He's also pretty tall, but not as tall. But
wow.
My parents are pretty short.
Okay. The biological thing.
Yeah.
Was that the short one has the tall ones or something?
My father's brother's side, that side of the family, they're the tall ones.
Wow.
So I think that's where I get it from.
Wow. Who is Moose? And what I mean, just take your fans, people who are basketball fanatics, all of the people that come to the court to watch you, because I was at your last game. I saw the performance and everything. I saw the crowd all over. Can you take the people through who you are?
Somusa Tembu.
Yes.
Basketball player, coach, professional athlete.
You coach too?
Yes, I do. A school called CBC in Boxburg.
Wow.
They just started their basketball program, so they asked me to help me get it running.
Wow. No doubt, man. You got, if I may ask, how old are you?
26 years old.
Wow. While coaching already at 26. If I were you, I'd be like breakdancing.
Well, I do enjoy it.
I'd be like celebrating on the street, breakdancing, telling people, hey, man, I'm a coach, man. You know me? I'm a coach. You look at me. I'm a coach, That's what I'd be doing on the street.
Yeah. I'm still relatively inexperienced in it, but it's you learn the game through that.
Where did Musa grow up?
In KZN, Guamashu.
Okay.
That's where I grew up. I went to Briardean Primary School and high school. I went to Forest High here in Joburg.
All right. And take us through the primary school years and what were you doing, the sport and all those things that you were associated with then. What were they?
In primary school, I didn't play any basketball. I've loved it all my life though. But in primary, it was more soccer and athletics. But I did more athletics than soccer. Soccer I only picked up when I got to high school, and that was only for fitness. For basketball.
So let's say, for example, so where did this basketball hunger came in?
When I was still growing up as a kid, I watched. I used to see one of the older guys playing, like dressed in basketball gear, carrying basketballs. You know. His name is Lindo Sibangul.
Okay.
I'm actually in the same national team. He's my national team captain.
Captain now.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like more or less like you playing with your idol like now.
Pretty much that.
Wow, that's some
He's
kind
the
of
reason I started playing basketball, and
wow.
I'm his teammate today.
That's some kind of achievement on its own already, man.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Tell us, like, take us through the journey, like, once this basketball thing started, or before I even go to that, how was your soccer, your soccer game at high school?
High school I didn't play that. Oh wait, I did play soccer, but it wasn't for my high school. It was back at home for Alberton FC.
Okay.
It was nice. I enjoyed it, but mainly because it was a bunch of kids my age.
Okay.
That's what I enjoyed about it. Otherwise, I didn't really enjoy it.
Were you just taught then?
I've always been tall.
Really? Dude, how were the kids, like, tell us how do they comprehend your height, at a high school? I can understand, like,
Yeah.
you'll be this skinny guy, it's long. We used to say long, not tall, but long. Take us through the moment with your friends and all those things.
Yeah, they always used to make fun of me because my pants never used to fit me.
Is it?
Blazers never used to fit me.
You know
I
that.
always used to wear short sleeve shirts because I had no choice.
Oh.
The struggle. Yeah, the struggle was real. It still is. Like even now, I have to get my own clothes made because I can't buy them at stores. Every time I buy them at a store, I have to go past my tailor to make it fit me proper.
To add something to the bottom.
Exactly. or just buy the biggest size at a store and then, or like buy a size 38 just for the length.
There's
and then go to my tailor to make it fit me perfectly.
Speaking of basketball, it's like people will be like to people would like to pick up interest in, like, maybe when exactly do you found this thing, basketball?
Basketball, I only started taking it seriously after high school.
Okay.
That was when I realized I had to do something with it. I wanted to.
You wanted to up your game or something?
Yeah, because I didn't really know anything about it. All I knew how to do was jump. I could only jump and dunk. Nothing else. So I wanted to learn a lot more. And that's when I came in contact with a man called Sean Rubinek.
Sean?
Yeah, my mentor.
Okay.
He told me everything I knew.
So where did you meet Sean?
When was this?
Where?
I met him at under 18 provincial trials.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right.
First thing I did was come in the game, dunk a ball, and then after the game I was like,
no man, you're coming to my side.
You need to come train with me, and the rest is history from there.
But let's say, for example, did you have the support of your parents when you?
Very much so. Still do. They don't miss a game.
For real?
Yeah.
That's
whenever we play B&O games, they're always there.
Did they bought you your first sneaker though?
Yeah. Every time they buy my brother a soccer ball, I'd ask for basketball.
Oh, is it?
They always ask me where I'm going to use it, but I never cared.
Where did they find a spot where they can be finding your shoes or something?
Yeah. It's hard to get get sneakers here in South Africa. I mean,
tell me, like, what? How tall is your girlfriend, for example?
Well, I don't have a girlfriend. But when I did have one, there was.
Oh, is it because of the height or something?
No, not really.
Oh, you don't. When you see the people like you always look like this. And you don't want people that you look like this. You also want someone that you look in the eye or something.
Yeah, but it never happens, I'd like to meet a woman my height. I'm sure there are a few. I haven't met one.
You might as well take a trip to Serbia or something.
Yeah, maybe. I'll find out in the future.
Oh man. Look, man, most man. Let's say, for example, when did you? Let's say, for example, after college, that's when you started basketball. All right. And because I'm not sure it's too much of a distance from now. Like when did you got called up to a club or something?
I finished high school in 2010.
All right.
And immediately after, like the whole year or 2011, I was training with my mentor every morning.
All right.
Taking 2 taxis to Randburg, working out every day, and then that's when there was open trials for provincial team out there. For the senior teams, and after that, that was 2013, 2014. That's when I got a call up to my first professional team, Somusa.
Okay. So let's say, for example, when you got a call to join the club, all right. Let's say, did you kind of like thought of having any kind of formal training with basketball academy or besides the training or anything like that?
Yeah, that's what I was doing throughout. Right after I finished high school, that's what I did.
Okay, all right. Take us through the process of the reason for this question is that some of the other kids who wanna be like you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Take us through the process of transitioning from your high school to the training, that is how to get into the training program or something. Yeah.
Well, as soon as I finished high school, what I wanted to do was play in the national team.
Okay.
So how I knew it was, in order to play for the national team, you have to be a provincial player, then a professional player, then a national team player. But in my oh yes, that was the order. In my experience, though, I first became a provincial player, and then I became a national team player. Then I was a professional player.
Is it so? Let's say, for example, which club you play for, which team do you play for at the national level?
At the national level, I'll play for a team called 20 Sons.
Oh, 20 Sons.
3-time champion.
Oh, like 3-time champion.
That's right.
Wow, MVP for that matter, man. Give it up for Moose, man. I told you, man. We don't ride with the small ones. We ride with the big ones, man. The tall ones, the long ones. All right. So let's say, for example, at the provincial level, which is your team?
Gauteng. It should be KZN, but things happened and I ended up playing for Gauteng.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And let's say, have you won anything with the Gauteng team already?
Yeah. Every time I play for Gauteng, we've won. We won the tournament.
Like every time you play for Gauteng?
Yeah, every time Gauteng plays the interprovincial tournament, that's the tournament where all the provinces in the country.
In your mind, what is the reason, or what would be the reason that you will encourage some little kids to take up basketball?
It's a lovely sport. I've loved it all my life, and I still do, and I don't think I'll ever stop loving it. Even after I retire, I'm sure I'm still gonna want to play it because there's a lot of old veteran players that are still playing. So the love of the game will always be there. If you love it,
let's say judge it from within the realm of the love of the game. All right, can you perhaps, for example, like touch on so many other opportunities that kids could be able to find when they get themselves associated with basketball?
Let me just say things that I've been exposed to through it.
Okay.
Coaching, modeling a little.
Awesome.
Personal training. There's a lot of other things that you can do, but those are what I've been exposed to through basketball. Those are the things I enjoy doing.
Is it? So,
yeah.
Okay.
Nice one. So he says he started training with Redbook, right?
Yeah.
And then you're attending training. When you get there, first training session, how did it feel? What's running through your mind? Is it what you really thought it was, like basketball, this is how it is? Or when you got there, it was totally different?
It's exactly what I thought it was, but it was much harder than I thought it would be. Because everything, like the simplest things you'd see players do, took like the simplest shot took me at least 500 tries to get it right.
Wow.
Because I didn't have it right fundamentally. Everything I was doing was wrong, so I had to dissect it, and we had to dissect it and do it from step by step.
Okay.
It was much harder.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed it.
Because you see, I really love that question, because you know what? When I watch you guys playing in the court, all right, and when I go to the court, sometimes I want to like try my luck and everything. Each and every time when I threw that ball, I want to put it on the hoop. It always like flying somewhere.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. It is like that.
It always like flying somewhere, and I'm like, no, man. And that is exactly what actually kept me out of the game, because I said to myself, no, I'm not a good aimer, so why should I invest my time? So in a situation like if somebody or another kid find himself in that kind of situation, what should they do?
Work on your game every single day. That's all you have to do.
Wow, so simple like that.
It's that simple.
So
just work on it every day. all the basketball game is confidence.
Okay.
That's all you need in a basketball game, because you've worked hard. You've done 500 shots before that game, so when you take it, it's gonna go in.
So
you're confident.
Okay.
So if you doubt yourself, then you miss it. Definitely.
So which means I should have been a little bit more patient with myself.
Be patient with yourself.
Okay.
Take everything slowly.
All right.
I mean, if you're young and you want to be a basketball player, you've got more than 10 years to be perfect.
Is it?
So take it a day at a time. As long as you're working.
So as young as I am, I still need like more 10 years to perfect my game and all that.
Yeah, that's what they say. You need 10 years to perfect anything, right?
All right.
So you've got 10 years to put in that work every single day.
Okay, tell because speaking of putting the work and everything. Look, like I was trying to find out exactly some other opportunities, because soccer is always in your face, and everybody can say, I want to. Obviously, you're already a coach,
Right.
What are the other opportunities that are there in basketball that you want to these kids to know about?
Opportunities
within the realms of the basketball fraternity, like in music, for example, we have artist management, we have music distribution, we have merchandise, franchise, a lot of other things going on that, what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Personal sponsors and all of that.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Those are one of the things you can get exposed to.
Even opening your own studio, becoming a beat maker.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
what I would like to have is an academy.
Okay.
So once it's all said and done, and I've accomplished everything I'd like to accomplish, that's my final goal.
Why academy though?
Because I like to teach.
Oh wow.
I like to teach. Like I'm coaching right now for that specific purpose. I want to learn everything I need to know on how to develop young talent and make the game grow as much as it can in the country.
In Africa, because you see, the reason why, Moroji's podcast and Moroji's entity is highly interested in the Johannesburg Pro Basketball League is that, people, when they have this talent, all of them, instead of them to play, to concentrate on the game and polish the game and see where the game takes them. Everybody wants to go play in the United States. Why do you think that you can actually play at home and be successful? Haven't you dreamt of playing in the United States?
Well, I think it's everyone's dream, but the United States isn't really my dream. I'd rather play in the EuroLeague. I think it's much more competitive, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. Some people might disagree, but that's what I think. I mean, it's FIBA rules. I relate more to those than I would in the NBA.
Okay.
Like in the NBA, 3 steps is a travel to me.
Okay.
You know, I wouldn't be able to. It would have to be a real adjustment for me.
Wow. You see, this is it. You wanted to complete that? You want to complete that?
Yeah. It would have to be a real adjustment to me, and EuroLeague is just. It's just my kind of game. Like the gameplay there is more my love for basketball, like structured basketball.
Wow. You see that, it's so amazing you did touch on that, that's why, like, we at the Voice of the Underground, we're so proud, like, with the kind of people that we associate ourselves with, people like yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can guarantee you it's my first time to actually hear basketball in Africa saying, like, no, I don't want to go to the United States, it's not quite interesting to me, I'd rather go to
I mean, everyone is interested in it, but it isn't really my...
This is the kind of thing that we try to unravel, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of that kind of identity, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, you already have, what you want to become in the game.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Did anybody or anyone have, or how do I put this question? Did anybody have some kind of influence in the way that you think about the game?
Oh yeah, definitely. All of the veteran players I've come up against.
Okay.
That I've been teammates with, that I've played against, mostly in the national team. These guys really, and the coaches as well, they really open your eyes to what real basketball is. Like, it's not just playing, skillful stuff. No.
Okay.
We're all about structure. We're all about the easiest bucket. We're all about moving the ball, making the right decisions, playing through your sets the correct way. Don't rush anything,
Okay.
Choosing the high percentage shot, those kinds of things, That's what they instilled in me.
How does basketball, take, let me say, a commercial turn, like in music, In music, like, that's what we call hardcore hip-hop, underground hip-hop, and some of this other kind of identification that we do have.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So how does basketball, differ or try to, like, how do you identify those kind of opportunities within basketball?
It's recognition, I think, mostly. I mean, if we promote it as much as we can, with the right moves, I mean, I'm pretty sure basketball would be big in this country if it wasn't for all of these problems that always surface when we try to blow it up.
So what kind of problems that you've identified within the basketball realms? Yeah.
Corruption mostly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Corruption from where? Let's get to it.
From the higher powers.
Higher power, from God or from human beings?
From human beings.
Who are they? Come on. Let's
administrators and whatnot.
Let's bring it all down so that the people can hear this and correct themselves.
With the national team lost 2017. The squad qualified for AfroBasket. Okay. We went to AfroBasket, qualified for the World Cup, and when we were supposed to go to the World Cup, there was no money to go participate.
Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Let's break this down. Like, this is the national team, all right?
It is.
Okay, you had competed in the process of going to the World Cup, all right?
Yes, the team qualified.
Exactly. Now, after qualification, then you weren't having the funds from the authority to go to compete, to represent this country. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I wouldn't say maybe I'm wrong about this, but that's what it feels like. Because every time like something good has to happen for basketball in the country, like, there's always like a major setback, you know?
No, because you see, like, you know, when you put this down, like sometimes it will kind of like be very strange to people who are not in the country, and you know, maybe strike some other cards to some other kind of people in different quarters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's very hard to comprehend. But I think we've been hearing this kind of rumors. Like,
yeah, it isn't that hard to comprehend. I mean, if you look at it, basketball should be much bigger than it is right now.
I'm telling you.
It should be just as big as soccer and rugby and cricket.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
You know.
So
I'm like, you know, it's. So how in your opinion? I knew like maybe this could be some kind of question that I have to send to maybe some administrative people anyway. But as a player in the game, you know, how do you think something can be done? Yeah, what do you think can be done to like maybe fix some of these loopholes? Because at the end of the day, you know, it's affecting all of us who are trying to make an effort to grow the game, because I can see with the passion that you guys are playing those games.
Yeah.
I can see that we're not talking about me.
Yeah, the love is definitely
contract
there.
And anything. It's
I mean, I'd say a change of administration.
Okay.
Would make it work.
Okay. What do we change? The sports minister. We should sack the sports minister. Sack the.
Sack them all.
Just bring people who will show the love for the game that's supposed to be there. I mean,
most definitely.
I mean, if you could put a player in the administration, you'd see a definite difference.
Yeah, but unfortunately, in Africa, it doesn't always happen like that.
Yeah,
you know, people, you know.
Because if you're administration, you have to have love for the game. You know what I mean? You have to have love for the people that play the game. And that isn't how it is right now.
All right. Do you have anything to add?
Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of corruption and stuff like that. But whilst he's still playing, have you ever gotten to a point where you literally like went through the motions, like, okay, I've had enough of basketball, maybe I should go try something else. I'm done with basketball.
Oh yeah, that's happened. That's happened plenty of times.
Yes, sir.
And what were the reasons?
What we just talked about, like, you know, you work hard for something. It's like it's like training all year and then getting injured like right before the finals type of thing, you know. Like, you work hard, but your work isn't showing because, you know, you're not getting the exposure that you're supposed to be getting.
No, but I can understand, like, if I can qualify with my team to go to a World Cup, and the authority can't even provide a transfer fee for me to go to the World Cup. I mean, that is something anyway. But I can tell you guys are so strong, man. So let me say, in spite of all of this, all right, what keeps you going?
The love for the game. I mean, I learn every time I play. Literally.
No, I can tell you, like, you know, basketball is one of these sports worldwide that all of the people who are participating in it, they're doing it for the love of it. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So speaking of that love for the game, all right, how do you, like, you know, using this platform right now, what can you say to people or to other kids who are having the intention to get into the basketball? But mind you, some of these other people, they know of this tough situation. You understand what I'm saying? How do you convince them? We know the love is there.
Yeah.
Which other means that you want to use to, like, to say, hey guys, no, don't give it up. What do you say to them?
Keep playing. Honestly, that's because it's not gonna always be bad. You know.
They might just keep playing.
Find a reason. I mean, I had to find something that'll make you enjoy it. Because I had to find something that'll make me enjoy it, and that was waking up every morning and playing with my brother every single morning.
How long have you been coaching?
Since I finished high school, so that's 8 years now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Like 8 years, which means you've got a lot of experience already. Did you ever read a book about basketball already?
I will one day, I'm sure.
You know.